Balloon Clown. Mid-Bay Techie Balloon Clown is a new 2025 animatronic sold at Lowe's. Now with the Balloon Clown, I really enjoy how many phrases this guy has. Just the overall personality and voice tied with the balloon dog itself makes him one of the most unique clowns we've gotten recently. If you are planning on purchasing the Balloon Clown or any other Lowe's 2025 Halloween or Christmas animatronics or decor, I highly recommend checking the storefront down below where you can purchase off the Lowe's website or choose in-store pickup for select items. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the unboxing of the Lowe's Halloween 2025 Balloon Clown animatronic. Alrighty, hello everyone, this is Halloween Haunter here, and welcome back to another Halloween video. In this Halloween video, we have right here is the Lowe's Halloween 2025 Balloon Clown animatronic. Now, I did just recently get this guy in the mail, and I'm super excited to finally have the Balloon Clown in my hands. Definitely one that I was a bit iffy at first. Then it kind of grew back on me, then grew off, and then kind of went back and forth. I finally decided that I did want him. So we have him right here. The box is kind of a little bit dirty up front, but that's fine. Let's open it up and see what we got. I'm quite surprised by how small the box is, considering the Lowe's and Techie props are usually really big boxes. So on the side right here, if I can cut that open, we have the instructions, the cotter pins, and some batteries. A bag full of clothes. All right, this is kind of a weird piece, whoa. Okay, well, have some foam padding right here. In here, looks to be the whole mechanism and control box. I almost cut the wire. Ooh. So there is the whole mechanism right here with the control box and the adapter all connected together. Definitely a really interesting mech. Reminds me a lot of the Emmeline mech. In here, let's see if we can get this out. We have the actual head of the Balloon Clown. You know, that explains the box is so small. Typically, the Techie animatronics, the full body, like torso piece is usually all one piece. For once, they actually separated the head and shoulders from the actual body. So that's a pretty rare thing. I think they should do it more often because this box size is definitely a lot better than what they've done in comparison, like the Skeleton DJ. So definitely very happy with that. There's also, I think, the neck bracket piece as well. Yeah, definitely that piece right there. Oh, it's like a little frame for it. This is definitely a big piece. We have the entire balloon dog right here, which is awesome. That's definitely a really fun and neat idea. His hand's also connected as well. We have his clown shoes right here. They're basically just a red version of the handstand circus clown shoe molds, but pretty cool to see that in red here, and very nice quality as well. A whole ton of poles. An actual filled sandbag. That's pretty rare. Usually they'll include the sandbag but have you fill it. Here they actually already have it filled up for you. And last but not least, we have the base right here. Really weird, there's like zip ties already pre-attached to it. Opening that bag up as well, we do have the clothing, a weird plate piece right here, his hand, and his two arms. I just wanted to show that real quickly. I didn't realize there was a lot more in that bag than just the clothing. But with that being said, that's pretty much all the parts to the Balloon Clown. Let's go ahead now and begin that setup. So our very first step will be to take the base and then the two leg poles, snap lock them on. Then those zip ties on the very back that I was questioning. I thought maybe at first it would be like trash, and I thought maybe it's for the sandbag. It actually is for the sandbag. So the big sandbag that's already pre-filled, we're gonna actually put that through the zip tie slots. Then we have the two plastic shoes that go over the leg poles. Two more set of poles. The foam pads next. We're gonna take the clothing and put that over the leg poles. Unvelcroing the back so I can put the next piece over, which is the big lunging mechanism with the control box. I'll run the adapter through one of the pant legs. I'll take the little spring on the mech and put that over the little loop at the front. Then we'll take this little chest piece and put this over the front of the mechanism. It just kind of loops through the bars. Hold the clothing now over the body. So next is kind of weird. We'll take this weird cross piece and instead of like connecting the pole over something, these two bars, part D with the control box and part E, actually go through their respective slots with these washer and cotter pins. So essentially we'll do this front part first, part E, have that loop to the front, put in the little washer and then the cotter pin. And then the same thing will go for the back, part D. Yeah, pretty weird mech, but hey, it works. I'll take his arms now, put them through the sleeves. This is not easy for some reason. Snap lock them onto the body. I'll do the same for this side. Really tight on this clothing. Not really a fan of that. That was not fun. Anyways, I'll connect this hand. I'll take the big old balloon dog now and also connect that. Now the funnest part is running that wire through the clothing. All right, put the sleeve over again. Finally, we'll take the head and simply, without the clothing in the way, snap lock it on, pull the clothing over, connect all his wires. There is quite a bit. And then I'll Velcro him back up and there we go. That is the balloon clown all set up. Now let's go ahead and roll that demo and then we will discuss how I feel about this animatronic.
Up like a pretty flower, or an evil little attack dog, like this! Say hello to my little friend! Isn't she beautiful? Hello there, friend. You look like you'd enjoy a creation from an interpretive artist. Here's my interpretation of a vicious attack dog. What do you think? Pretty good, huh? Stretching and molding this balloon into a vicious, hungry, man-eating dog is the least of my talents. Training it to go after who I want it to. That's my real talent! Favorite thing to do when I'm not performing is to stretch and mold things into other things. Now it's a balloon. Next thing you know, it's you. It up like a pretty flower, or an evil little attack dog, like this!
saw was the Lowe's Halloween 2025 balloon clown in action, and honestly, I think this guy is super solid. Originally, at first, I liked him, then I saw him in action, I was like, I don't know, and then I saw his stock photos, I'm like, okay, he's kind of cool. I kind of went back and forth on whether or not I actually like this thing enough to get it, and honestly, having it now and seeing it in action, I do think he's a pretty cool prop. First of all, his color scheme is really unique. It's a lot more dull and kind of simplistic, but I do think it really does work with this character. It's kind of got like a greenish gray color scheme going on with some red polka dots around it. The nice red trim along the collar with this like kind of tinted gray for the collar itself, and the sleeves all look really good. The hard plastic red shoes are awesome. The face itself looks really good. I love the clown's face with the red makeup, the red nose, the black eyebrow paint, and then the white face paint, all really good looking. And then I love the balloon dog. I'm fine with it being just this plastic molded piece. It still looks pretty good. I don't really tell it's a plastic balloon dog. I can kind of still feel the vibe of it being an actual balloon. And I think that is such a unique concept for a prop. I think something like this is really needed for clowns. An actual balloon clown, like making balloon animals, is very fitting for clowns. So I'm glad we finally got that in the form of this guy. And the animation is awesome. First of all, his mouth moves. He lunges forward pretty fast, but the balloon dog itself actually does have a moving mouth. The mouth moves on it to reveal some little teeth showing, and his mouth does move up and down. It looks really good, and honestly, I think that's really awesome this even has that, because without it, it would still definitely be a really cool prop. But I think with the dog actually being like sentient, I think it actually does add more like creepy and scary value to the prop. I think it's really cool. He's built really well, very nice quality, very sturdy, and despite the box saying it's an indoor use prop, you can actually use him outdoors. He's actually an outdoor rated prop as well. He's got the very nice, like, outdoor rated clothing material that's very silky. All the big main pieces on him are hard plastic, very nice. He's got nice coverings on the control box and around the plugs. And then he's got an outdoor rated adapter. So he's actually meant for outdoors, which is pretty good. And he is also 7 feet tall, so a pretty good height as well. Just overall, a really good prop for what you get here. I think he's really well done, really solid. I do have a couple complaints though. Number one, I am not a huge fan of the puppet mouth. That is one reason why I actually didn't like this guy at first, was because I didn't really like how the puppet mouth moved up and down. I think when Halloween props have that, it just looks really cheesy and dumb. And especially on like this, you can see the mechanism in it. It's not the best looking. I kind of wish it was done like Cotton Candy Dan or the balloon dog itself, actually, where they actually cut a little slit in the back of the neck so that when the mouth moves, it actually curves in to the cut. I do wish his mouth had that, kind of like, again, Cotton Candy Dan. I think they would have looked better. I get why they chose hard plastic. They can't use latex for this if you want to put it outdoors, and I'm super happy it's not latex. I definitely would prefer the plastic puppet mouth design over latex. I think the nice compromise would have been vinyl. However, again, I am fine with it being plastic just for the sake of it not being latex. And then last thing is $300 for the price tag. It's not the worst lowest price tag. I mean, this is the same price tag as the DJ skeleton, and I definitely think this guy is way more worth it for the price, especially having 3 animations, pretty tall, and a pretty sick design. I think it's really good. However, I still think he's a bit overpriced. Surprisingly, not the worst price range for a Lowe's prop. I do wish he was a bit cheaper just for what you get. However, again, with everything I said, I don't think he is like the worst price thing ever. I can still 100% recommend this thing, even with that kind of not great price tag. I still think it's really good, really well done, very nice jump scare. I think he's one of the best clowns we've seen this year. Just very unique, very fresh, very nice to get instead of like the generic kind of clown stuff we get. This one feels actually solid and really good. So I'm really happy with it. I think it's really well done, and I would recommend him if you are considering buying. With that being said, that will conclude this video on the Lowe's Halloween 2025 balloon clown. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next Halloween video.